So let me start with something that will utterly shock you. I have many friends that keep complaining that they are broke at the end of the month, and most times it's salary earners and people that are earning quite a substantial amount of money. But guess what? Your bank account is not the problem, actually. It's these five things I'm going to share with you now that are the major reasons why you find it difficult to save money, invest, and grow your wealth. Now, you don't need to start growing your wealth with millions and thousands of dollars. No. The principle about becoming rich is to start small, is to gain financial discipline from little, and then you systematically grow that discipline into something bigger and better. So it's not the economy, and neither is it your boss. So the point I'm trying to make here is anytime, basically, if you're earning salary, you're making money, and you find out that it looks like at the end of the month, you really can't quantify or find out exactly what you are using your finance to do, then these five things I'm sharing with you are actually, or maybe all or some of them, are the reasons why you find it very difficult to account for your monies. So it's not your salary. You have to stop blaming your salary, stop blaming your boss, and stop blaming the economy, stop blaming the government. Because most times, guess what? It's just simply your behavior. And that's just it. These five things, I wouldn't say I stumbled on them. They're just things that over time I have discovered or found out that they are the perpetrators. They're the things that put people at a financial disadvantage. Now, money responds to behavior. I've heard people say money behaves like a ghost, money behaves like a spirit, or money is like water, that it comes, it can come easily, but it takes it all. Well, some people comes early and some people it takes a lot to get, and then at the end of the day, they lose the money. But it works differently for different people. The point I'm making here is these five things stop people from being able to actually save, invest, and build what they have. And it's not the government, it's not salary, and neither is it the economy, it's not the president of your country, it's just your behavior. So I'm going to share with you the five things that I've discovered over time are partially responsible for putting people in this broke situation. So the first thing you need to take note of is your behavior. Money responds to behavior. Yes. I understand. I know you're going to be thinking, what does she mean by money response to behavior? But just stay with me. I'll try and make it as simple and easy to understand. Now, the first things you need to ask yourself is, do you spend emotionally? I have a friend who tells me that every time she's upset, she goes out to get herself a pair of shoes. She goes herself to buy herself a very expensive bag. And I asked her something. I said, do you actually budget for these expenses? Do you actually plan to spend this kind of money? So, say for instance, you get angry or upset three times a day. So that means you're going to get yourself three handbags or three pairs of shoes. It doesn't make any sense. But now, I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm just telling you that the first factor you need to take a look at is your financial behavior. So I'm going to be asking you these few questions. Do you spend emotionally? Do you reward yourself too often? And do you only save when you feel like? Remember the other classes we've been having, I've been saying one of the principles of being able to ensure that you have good savings is to make sure that you save first and then you spend next. So for to be financially stable, to be financially free, and to guard yourself against emergencies, Remember yesterday we spoke about 5 type of accounts you should have when you're trying to cultivate a good savings culture, when you want to grow your finance, you want to grow your wealth. We talked about your income account first, then you share the monies to your daily expenditure account, and then you move to the emergency account, which is savings between the 3 to 6 months. And then the next thing you also do is you have what we call what? The investment account. How can you save if your lifestyle, family, and friends are here? Okay, so what do you mean by here? Can you explain, Lion Tour? Can you explain? So it depends on your family, because sometimes you need to be able to prioritize what is important, what is urgent, and what you know that they can't live without. So your family and friends are here. How do they affect your life? How do they affect your daily living? Are you trying to impress them, or are you the only provider for your family? So I need to understand the context so that I can know how to answer that. But thank you for joining Leotel. And if you're just joining, my name is Dr. Ish and my channel is Finance with Dr. Ish. Please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So I'm talking about the fact that people find themselves broke at the end of the month. So newsflash, it's not your bank account cheating you. It's not the bank trying to rip you off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me know your family members. Are you the breadwinner for the entire family? Or maybe you can explain the question again so that I can answer. Thank you very much. Right. So I was talking about the 5 things that are actually stopping you from being able to save money. And the very first thing is your behavior. How do you spend money? Do you spend emotionally? Do you reward yourself all the time without having a budget? You must have a financial budget. There's a saying where I come from that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you must plan when your income comes in, you must plan how your daily expenditure, how your monthly expenditure, the kind of expenses you want to have, how it must go. Right. So do you only save when you feel like? One of the very important things about building your wealth and growing your finance is you don't save when you feel like it. It's just like saying, I don't feel like going to work. And definitely, if you don't go to work, you're not going to eat, you're not going to be able to pay your bills. So once you get paid your salary, once you get income, the first thing you do is save. So you save before you start spending. That is how to build financial wealth. Another question I always ask is, do you avoid checking your balance? Most people only like to check their balances when they receive credit alerts, when they get paid. That's the only exciting time anybody wants to check their account balance. But you should also be very careful to take note of how the money is leaving your account. However money leaves your account, it reflects your financial pattern. Everybody has what they call a financial footprint, how they spend money. So if your spending is reactive, you will always have a financially unstable life. And that is just the truth. I'm not trying to shade anyone here, but that is just the truth. So the first thing is your financial behavior. How do you spend? Are you the type that is you love to go to parties, you love to spend money? Okay, maybe before I even go that far, let's move on to what we call your financial identity. And this is really deep. This is something I also stumbled on. How do you see yourself financially? I'll give you an example. It could be that you feel that you're bad with money. Money doesn't stay. I have friends that say anytime they get money, within a few days, the money leaves them. Are you a spender? Now, if you're somebody that likes to spend a lot, you are going to find it very difficult to save. Now, it is not the responsibility of your bank to keep the money in when you keep coming regularly to withdraw what you have. What I'm trying to say here is that people act according to their financial identity. So if someone believes I'm not disciplined with money, then you are definitely not going to be disciplined. You have to prove it to yourself every month. It's just like saying you want to lose weight. Remember, if you want to lose weight, you know what the fitness gurus always talk about. They say eat a lot of protein, go for a walk regularly, maybe join the gym or you exercise, and make sure you don't eat late meals. So the same way there are rules for watching your weight, there are also rules for finance. There are also rules for building wealth. There are also rules to help you to learn how to spend money and save wisely. And sadly, if you have a shift in identity or shift in behavior, which is negative, it affects your bank account. Now, the essence of all what I'm telling you is that the first thing you need to change is the way you see money, the way you think about money, your ideas about money, and your financial identity. So, you have to first of all have what we call a positive mindset. Now, an environment, you also need to have an environment where you surround yourself with the right kind of people. Do you have friends that overspend, that are always going to parties, are always spending money? Do you have people that are always inviting you for parties? And trust me, whenever you go for parties, you're definitely going to spend money. What is your social media comparison life like? Sometimes you can't, it's dangerous for you to compare yourself to how other, you know how it is on social media, people driving the Lamborghinis, people driving the Bugattis, people driving the Rolls Royce and the sports cars, flashy blings and all that, and then you decide. It's funny, if you're not a movie star, then why should you be spending like why a lot of people get broke? Because they live their financial standards, they have financial standards the same with celebrities, right? So any celebrity that is existing in your global area, it is dangerous, financially dangerous for you to live according to their standards. So social media has also found a way of creating unnecessary pressure on people, making them live above their standards. So if you have friends that spend a lot of money, there is a very high tendency that you are also going to be spending a lot of money. If you have friends that are always going to parties, there's a very high tendency you will keep having the issues like this, and then that's how you find yourself always spending money. Okay, so your environment influences how you behave. So discipline is easier when you are in the right environment. Remember when I was talking about when people are trying to lose weight, if they are not in the right environment, they will find themselves tempted to cheat. So it's the same discipline needed when you want to try and shed weight. It's the same discipline you also need when you're trying to have financial stability. So you must learn how to save from your income, no matter how small. I've seen people that earn millions and hundreds, thousands of dollars who are unable to save money. And that is because they have good, you know, okay, well, unable to save money means they lack the financial discipline. So it's not basically how you earn, but it's how you behave towards the monies that you earn. Now, another problem people have in being able to save money or gain financial wealth is that they believe wealth is built by big moves. No, wealth is not built by big moves. It's built by automated transfers, controlling your lifestyle and the upgrades, and consistently saving and tracking your expenses. I'm going to take that again. Financial wealth is built by automated transfers, controlled lifestyle upgrades. You don't have to keep upgrading your lifestyle. Consistently saving and tracking your expenses. So small habits done repeatedly monthly. Say so it's just the same technology, the same level of discipline like when you want to start losing weight. So if you want to lose 10 kg, if you want to lose 20 kg, you know how it goes. You watch what you eat at a certain time of the day, you don't have late night meals, things like that. So that kind of discipline is also needed when you're trying to gain financial independence. Now, if someone sees money as temporary, or sees money as scary, or sees money as too complicated, or sees money as I've got the money, I have to enjoy the money now, you will eventually struggle. Hey, hi Annette. Good to see you. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Good to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so like I was saying, one of the thing about money is to have the right mindset about money. If you don't have the right set about money, if you don't have the mindset that you need to be patient, you need to delay gratification, and you have to make the right investment decisions, then you're going to have loads and loads of problem being able to save money. So if your bank account keeps, if it keeps looking like as if your money is disappearing in your bank account, no, your bank is not stealing your money. You need to audit your financial behavior. And the best way to audit your financial behavior is to be able to make sure, like I said yesterday, to have the 5 types of accounts to be able to be able to make sure that you are financially stable. And of course, the basic type of 5 accounts you should have, I spoke about it yesterday, is the first account is your income account where your money comes into. The second one is the one where you're moving your daily expenses. That's the second account. That's your daily expenses account. The third one is your emergency fund account. And that's the account that if there's a loss of job, or something unexpected comes up, now not a vacation, not buying a car, then you have 3 to 6 months saved to take care of that expenses. And the fourth kind of account you should have is your investment account. Now, your savings account, like I've explained, works in 5 different ways. The final one is your long-term goal account. So let's say you want to go for a vacation, you want to fly somewhere, you want to go to the Bahamas, you want to rest, you want to be able to lay down in the sun, or you want to get yourself a Lamborghini, you want to buy something really expensive for yourself. The fifth account is the long-term goal account. That's the one you have. Now, one thing you need to understand also is that these 5 behaviors I spoke about, which is your mindset, your behavior towards money, and the influence. Now, I want to talk about family and friends. I've seen a lot of people that the responsibilities they have is quite a lot. You may be earning say $100, but you have so many family members you need to take care of and friends. But I'll tell you one thing: if you have discipline in saving, in cultivating a savings attitude. So let me explain. Once your salary comes in or your income comes in, no matter how many family members you're taking care of, no matter how many friends you have, the first thing you need to note or the first thing you need to take care of is ensuring that you have automated transfers already on ground. These automated transfers, like in my country, we have PiggyVest, we have Cowrywise, and we have Bamboo. They're all different apps. So you can get the apps online, download the apps, use the apps to automate your savings. I think I need to leave here. Use the apps to automate your savings, and then these apps will help you to be able to save money without you worrying about the stress of getting them done manually. So, how does this happen? If you fix this app, say you get paid on the first of every month, and you automate the apps to take debit from your account by the sorry guys, I'm trying to sort myself out. You automate the apps to take the charges by the second day or third day of the month. Then you find out that you'll be able to take care of your savings regularly without you stressing or worrying about what is being done. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Sorry, I'm just leaving the office. Just give me a minute so I'll get back to it. Good night. So, good night, sir. What are those behaviors that stop you from saving money regularly every month? Good night. I thought I heard you call me Mushin.
Never.
Good night. No problem. We'll see you tomorrow. So, what are those behaviors that make you unable to save money? Is it you're scared of telling your friends no? Or your lifestyle is way above what you can afford? Those are the very critical questions. Good evening, sir. That you need to ask yourself. Once you can ask yourself those questions and you're honest with yourself, then you'll be able to decode the exact reasons why you're unable to save money. And the very crazy thing about having a very expensive lifestyle is okay, thank you. About having an expensive lifestyle is it inhibits you from being able to see things clearly. Because you're going to go find out that you're just going to be buying everything and anything. Everything and anything, whether you can afford it or not. And that's the reason why it's very important for you to be able to track your expenses. Yeah. It's very important for you to be able to track your expenses. It's important for you to be able to know what you can afford at every point in time. It's also important for you to be able to decide what you want to achieve with your money. I always tell people that becoming rich is not so difficult if you can follow the rules of wealth and if you can follow the policy. Well, what are these rules? Is by first of all having the right kind of mindset towards money, the right kind of mindset, the right kind of behavior, the right kind of discipline, the right kind of environment, the right kind of friends. So if you're the type that likes to spend money a lot, then it goes without saying that it will be very difficult for you to save money. But if you're the type that is disciplined, if you are disciplined financially, and what are the things you need to be disciplined financially? First of all, track your spending. Track your spending, create a budget, and if even oh, it's a lot of noise. And even if you find it difficult tracking your spending, can we go back a bit? Even if you find it difficult tracking your spending, if you find it difficult budgeting your finance, see how he was just looking at you. The first step you can take towards doing it the right way in saving your money and ensuring you don't end up broke every month is. So you also have to understand the reason why I said these 5 behaviors will inhibit you from actually saving money. I mean, they may look really trivial, they may not look important, they may not look like they are necessary, but trust me, over the years, almost 20 years of being around financially savvy people and people that have made so much money, for some people, the difficulty is in making the money, and for some people, the difficulty is in keeping the money. But let's just imagine a scenario whereby you're already earning money. You don't really have a problem making money. I mean, you have a job, a stable job, 9 to 5 business, entrepreneur, whatever it is, and you're earning income. These 5 things have stopped. It may not be everything that you're experiencing, maybe 1 or 2. Your mindset, your money mindset. How do you spend? What's your spending pattern? Do you spend so much when you are emotionally, maybe when you're sad or when things are not going the way you want? You find yourself just going to the mall, buying things for yourself just because you feel like it? And then what's your thought about saving? Do you save first and spend last, or you spend first and save last? So little things like this, these questions are things you need to ask yourself. Do you track your spending? What you always spend when your friends call you for a party, or you buy everything you see? I mean, these little things are stuffs that keep people from actually being able to save at the end of the month. I'm sure you have one or two friends that are always broke at the end of the month. But just find out, it may be just be little things you keep doing. Those subscriptions, the gym subscription you pay for, you don't use, the Netflix you pay for, you don't use. Check out all those subscriptions, find out the ones that are necessary and the ones that are not. Sometimes it may also be your lifestyle, right? Careful, Kenny. You've got an expensive family, you've got expensive friends, you want to maintain your big girl or big boy image, you want people to think you're rich, you're trying to make people give you validity because you've got money. You always buy clothes, shoes, cars, jewelry because you want to impress people. That is a very difficult financial position you are putting yourself in. So these are part of the things that make you broke at the end of the month, and you find out that you are not able to save any money. So another problem people have is they don't realize that earning a salary alone or earning income alone is not enough to make you rich. You also need to have investments in place. Very important. Earning a salary or getting money, getting paid for a business or a job is not enough. You also need to have an investment or investments in place. So you can invest in stock, you can invest in other people's businesses. Of course, you have to do your research. You have to just make sure that it's the right kind of business that you're getting involved in. And I always advise, before you invest in any business, make sure you understand the pros and the cons about the business. Make sure you get a financial analyst to check. Make sure all the legalities are properly checked out. Don't invest in any business you do not understand, right? And why am I talking so much about investments? Because investments always have what they call ROIs, that is returns on investments. They always have interests. They give you interest. So the money doesn't just sit there, the money increases. It could be compound interest, there are different ways. It could be daily interest, it could be monthly, it could be weekly, it could be quarterly. So it's very, very important for you to understand that if you want to be rich or you want to grow wealth, once you are earning a salary, once you are getting any form of income, just make sure that you automate your emergency fund, your investment fund, and your daily expenses. Now, if your daily expenses is higher than your investment fund, then you're in trouble. If your daily expenses is higher than your emergency fund, that's also going to be another problem. So remember, I talked about when you earn your salary, make sure you put into your investment fund, make sure you put into your daily expenses, and make sure you put into your what do you call it now, the long-term goals for your vacation, school, whatever else it is. Always make sure that your income has things it is doing for you. So it's not just to earn money and keep it in your bank account looking at it and you're smiling. No, those monies have to be doing things for you. But hey, if you're not interested in growing your wealth, it's fine to still earn your salary, take care of your basic needs, and continue with your life. That's not a crime. But if you feel that at the end of every month you're always broke, one of the best ways is to first of all automate your savings and have different bank accounts to take care of different things. So it's not your bank account that is stealing your money. It's not the economy. Trust me, the economy is bad in so many places. It's not your boss that is taking your money. You just are not financially disciplined enough. You're not following the financial rules. You're not following the financial structure. Your finance has to have structure before you can get enough monies to do everything you want to do. So there's most times they say if it's too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. So all these quick rich schemes, all this put $1 and get $15 in 24 hours, they usually end up as scams. So if you want to do it the legit way, if you want to grow money the legit way, then it's going to take time. You're going to have to be patient, and you have to be able to endure what they call delayed gratification. So you're not going to be satisfying every urge or every whim or everything. You don't buy everything you want just because you feel like having it. Doesn't mean you need to have it immediately. You need to plan, and that is one of the best ways you can help yourself to grow wealth. So guys, I'm almost home. Thank you for staying with me so far. Once again, my name is Finance with Dr. Ish, and I hope you learned some very new things today. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe and watch any other video that I have. And if you have any questions, please drop them for me, and I will be seeing you in another very brief live session tomorrow. Take care.